Fuck is you saying? Little nigga, I am the man. Little nigga, I get the bands. Your girl is my number one fan. I get that you don't understand how to keep that shit in your hand. But it's one thing you need to know. Little nigga, I'm about to blow. Little bitch, let's rock the show. Finesse that nigga for a rose. Finesse that nigga for a rollie. White bitch, Angelina.
Hey yo, what's up? How y'all doing? You know, it's your boy Conscience.
It's your boy JC in the cut, man.
And man, we just putting a little podcast together, you know. It's we don't want to whisper about it. We don't want to yell about this shit. But let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
You know, so, man, how you been, bro? How you feeling?
I ain't elated. I'm a little tired, I will say, because I was up early as fuck this morning. But I'm feeling good, feeling great.
All right, feeling good myself. So, I know everybody wants us to start off with the little shit that's being rolled around on social media. Fresh and Fit kicked out Asia Doll. No, was it Asia Doll? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. They kicked her out of their podcast because they claimed that she was interrupting them. But if you watch the video, I think dude was just overreacting. Because she called him, she just said he was mean. And dude said, no, I'm not mean. If you think I'm mean, you can get out. And just kept going at her to get out the pod.
Okay, yeah. At that point, you are kind of doing too much. Because why you telling her, oh, you think I'm mean? Get out.
He got mad at her because a girl next to her was talking to her. She was just talking to her back. But the mics are picking up the sound. But I couldn't tell in the video. But they can because they got the headphones in. And he was just hold on. Before you keep talking, can y'all stop doing side conversations? We told y'all to stop 5 times. But she's just being polite. She's a celebrity, so somebody there is talking to her. I mean, I could see some people have brought up she could have been hey, we could talk after. But I feel like you have a podcast where you have 12 people on the pod. You gonna pick up some side conversation.
I was gonna say, bro, you can't get mad because somebody that has, a little fame, they talking to him. That's if you on the podcast and your manager tap you on the leg or something, trying to tell you something in your ear. You know what I'm saying? You gonna look. You
gonna try to cover the mic.
You gonna be like, yeah, what happened? What you say? And y'all gonna keep speaking because look, you got other moves after this one. Goddamn, this ain't my show, nigga. You asked me to be on here.
Exactly. Y'all asked her to be on the show.
Don't be rude to me.
Then when she say that was rude, you wanna have a full-fledged argument, and then you wanna tell her, well, if you think it's rude, you can get out. And it's just
nigga, why did you put?
it's bro.
Both the point and put me on here then. That makes zero sense. If that was the case, you gonna act like that, I should have stayed home.
And they was mad about her arriving late, but I'm like, she probably been making moves throughout the time, so if she coming late, that's not really... The fact that she came means that she respects the pod.
Some niggas really won't show up.
They'll just be like, oh, we can't make that? Okay, don't even tell them. They don't ever show up. So, that was something that was in the news. The Antonio Brown situation was in the news. A football situation.
Shout out to Antonio Brown. And let me say why. Shout out to Antonio Brown. That is one man that does not care about what y'all niggas say. He gonna do whatever the fuck he wanna do. That nigga took off his pads in 20-degree weather in New York. Nigga said, y'all want some gloves? Y'all want a shirt? I'm surprised he didn't throw the helmet and shit up there with him.
Nah. I mean, only thing I haven't liked is that the analysts been talking about something. We can't be surprised by his antics. The man did jumping jacks walking up the field. I'm like, if you watch the video, he's clearly doing the crowd pumping motion, and it chucks the douches. I don't know how y'all got jumping jacks from that.
Because you're doing this.
I get it, but it's anything to make a narrative, I guess.
Bro, you know they gonna make that nigga look bad.
You can't sell. You can't sell that. Oh, he was pumping up the crowd, but you can sell as he was doing jumping jacks, and then just always tell people that.
Bro, you know they want to make him look bad. Ever since that fiasco from back in Pittsburgh, bro, that nigga will never look good in the public eye no more, bro, because of that shit he pulled. But I still fuck with AB.
This time I'm a little bit. I'm still on the fence, and I know a lot of people in like ESPN and shit are like, man, he's convincing these people to give him a chance and think that he's telling the truth. And it's just like, well, it's hard to believe that this man just gets off the field though. Like I don't see that. I don't see him. Like he came out and said like, bro, I told him about my injury. They forcing us to play. They giving us drugs that's not legal in the NFL to like allow us to play and deal with pain. But then once the game over and I'm off that shit hurt. Like my shit fucked. And then, like, he came out and said that.
I can believe that, though. I can believe that.
Like, I feel like that's stuff that you can research because he even put the doctor's name that told him he shouldn't be playing. So I feel like that's easy to call and, like, hey, man, we're the league. Like, the league can check that and actually see, is he, like, getting given medicine that's not supposed to be given to him? And then, like, I know Bruce Arians came out and was like, nah, he was mad because he wasn't getting the ball thrown to him. And I was just like, but AB has gotten mad like that before in Pittsburgh where the ball was being thrown to him, but he never took off his pads and he never left the field. He just got mad on the sideline.
That's my thing, bro. I feel like he not dumb enough to do that over some, oh, y'all not throwing me the ball? All right, I'm going to the locker room. I don't think he like that, but I feel like, yeah, you can't. It's something else. It's something else going on, bro. It's something else we don't know about. It's something we don't know.
And then he recently got on the podcast. Another podcast was talking about how like he was mad that his stuff wasn't guaranteed and stuff. And Tom Brady made sure Gronk's contract got guaranteed. And the only reason Tom Brady fucks with him is because he's good at football. Which is like
on that aspect, what do you expect, my nigga?
Like Tom Brady thinking Super Bowl. He ain't thinking.
Ooh, AB, best friends.
Like,
I want Antonio Brown to be one of my best friends. No, that nigga said I want Antonio Brown to be one of my targets. So he gets his ball win the Super Bowl, bro.
Man, so it's just like, that part where he got on the part, that's the only part of the clip that I saw. If I go and probably watch the original video, he probably said way more than that. But that's the only part that I was like, okay, he not really making his argument what I thought
valid
he would.
Because like my nigga, this ain't a friendship.
So, but I feel like they only showed that clip and allowed that clip to go public just to fit the narrative of what everybody wants it to be. So I haven't went and watched the original, but I feel like if I watched the original, he probably touched on some of those topics.
Even so, tripping AB. Even so, you still tripping though. I wouldn't took all my pads off, my homie. That's wild.
So
and it was cold, freezing at that.
New
York, nigga, bare shirt, like bare skin. I'm like, what,
bruh? So I wanted to get into something about like I've like had this conversation before with like certain people to see like is this like a thing? Is it not a thing? But like I want to like get into like sex drives, cause I feel like that. If you're a high sex drive person, you should be with a person who's equally high sex drive.
You would think.
If you're a low sex drive person, somebody who's equally as low.
You would think.
But a lot of people as of lately have kind of like made me realize that that's kind of hard to find someone who has the same sex drive, but they're also compatible with you as far as personality and like physical attributes that you also looking for. And then like outside like work attributes, like as far as economically making sense. So I was wondering like, is that like a really important thing as like, do you think people really care about sex drive or is other things more important than that?
Depends. If what I think is if you've experienced like, if you've had enough sex to where you're like, okay, it doesn't really matter to me if we have sex as much as other people do. Like me personally, I'm only gonna speak from my point. Like I don't really care. Like I can go some time without having sex. Like it is what it is.
For me, it takes a lot to like even get into the mood for sex for some reason. Like, and I'm not saying like just to get like
better than me, man.
I'm not saying like to get the roof is hard. I'm talking about like while we're having sex, it's hard. Like I've had girls ask me, what do you like in the bedroom? So all right, so they know what they doing was good for me, and I'll be like, I mean, this kind of doesn't work. That don't work for me. I'm kind of really more towards the pleasuring part of you as the female, and then I get my rocks off knowing that you good, and then that's pretty much it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay,
But
I can
that's
roll
just
with that.
like, cause we boys. When I call you, I'll be like, bro, it was lasting an hour. Probably is that bad? Like, that's
Okay,
where like
if we gonna speak on that, bro, personally, yes, bro. If you are lasting an hour and some coochie, bro, yes, bro, that coochie is trash.
and that's where for me I'm
Cause
like,
my nigga, like,
that's where I like throw it into. Okay, is it really is it bad Gucci or a lot of people just say, well, maybe you're not really into her like that, so that's what. So for you, it's not like you're not feeling nothing.
that is another thing. That is another thing.
So that's why like sex drive kind of has to deal with that part as well.
Not gonna cap for shit show. Cause if I'm smashing and I don't want to be rude, but if you ugly, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna be the quickest to get my nut off. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, it's gonna take me a minute. It's gonna take me a minute.
If I had to put it in order as far as like what am I looking for, sex is probably like number 4 or 5. If we're doing top 5,
I don't know. I don't know where it is.
if we're doing 5, because first is like your mental, because I got to know who you are as like a conversational person and where you are mentally. Like, are you the same person that's gonna challenge yourself like I am, or are you someone that's just okay with being okay in life?
Okay.
And then like number 2 is like career building. Like, where what is your career field? Why are you in this career?
What are you gonna do?
Like, what are you trying to do with
Where's
this?
your money coming from?
And then after that, like number 3 is maybe like, well, I'm scratch that. Boot them 2 down. Boot them 2 down. Number 1 is faith. Really, truly, because my faith has grown a lot.
Yeah.
Just off of my own mental battles. So that's like number 1, like where you are faith wise. And I'm not even saying you gotta be like, we're going to church throughout the week. We going on Sunday. I'm just saying, like, do you have faith in God?
I don't go to church that much, so
Like,
I would never tell nobody. Yeah, let's
like-
start doing it. Yeah, come on.
Like, I would never, and if you never done that, I would definitely not adjust your life like that, man.
But especially like if you've never like been going to church, all of a sudden, yeah, we gonna start going to church every Sunday, boy. Yeah,
like, what
you
Sunday?
are gonna start going to church every Sunday. I'm not going every Sunday.
I could do one Sunday a month, and then like let me ease it to going regularly if I like feel comfortable going to this church that we going to. Like, if I agree with what the pastor's like telling as like the scripture and stuff. And then like number 4 is probably it probably is like the emotional aspect. Like, are you emotionally together? Have you dealt with like all your past trauma? Or
Hey,
you-
that's the top 3, honestly. Like, oh Lord, that's the top 3. Really, you tripping?
And then like
I
number
can't
5,
stand
I
that
would just
shit.
say like your physical appearance and physical attraction. But I feel like that ties your sex drive and like all that, because if I'm not physically attracted to you, I don't see myself having sex with you. So that's why I say the physical, as far as what you look like, and physical attraction is number 5.
Okay, but I don't know. I don't know what would my order be. Cause look, I would say personality gotta be like, or like mental space gotta be number 1. You changed your number 1, but nah, that definitely has to be my number 1. I can't. You gotta be right, bro. Like, or like understand yourself at least. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta understand how your mind works, bro. Like, you can't be coming to me confused.
Sure, it has to be an individual person.
Yeah, bro. Like, you gotta know who you are, bro. Like, you gotta know who you are as a person and understand that I am a different person than you are.
Exactly.
We're not gonna agree on everything, but I would love to come to a consensus, put our heads together, make some shake.
Shit, you might teach me some new things. There might-
Maybe.
Like that's the hope when you have a partner, somebody who you can talk
Exactly.
to, somebody who can teach you other ways to go about stuff.
Exactly, bro. Number 2 probably gotta be, yeah. That's
It's one of
cause
those,
like, cause I don't know what I
and
would
I'm
put.
talking about like a partner, so that's what's making us think
Yeah,
a little
that's why I was
harder.
like, I don't know what I would put ahead of what. You know what I'm saying?
So you like, because obviously all men want to have at least one kid, so you have that, like that's that's like one of the things that like you know that part. Some men don't want to have any kids at all. So you kind of that part that's different. We're not talking about that. We just talking about what partner qualifications. Someone that you would actually look at and be like, I would date this person and I could see them growing into my possible wife if we get that far.
Okay, if I have to say mental, does emotional tie into mental or no?
No, that's totally
okay.
different.
Then emotional is number 2.
Because emotional for females is their past trauma.
You have to be in tune with your emotions, man. Like I can't deal with you yelling at me about your last nigga or the nigga before that. Like, bro,
Definitely can't get mad at me when I'm coming home from work. I'm about,
pack it, bro. Or,
hey, I'm
like,
home, and you be like,
coming,
cheating?
Be like, yeah, you think I'm cheating because I was at work a little too long? Like, bro, come on with that shit. Like, I'm trying to go to bed. Like,
well, Johnny last time was doing that to me, and he cheated on me.
And it's my name, fucking Johnny. It's my name, Johnny. My name is not Johnny, bro. Come on.
It's like,
that's what I'm saying. It's like I want you to be. I don't want to say I want you to, but I'd rather you be in tune with like how you feel about whatever happened in your past, so we don't have to go through that no more. I don't want to go through that. And I'm in tune with mine. I wouldn't want to put you through my past trauma. Fuck no. So that's number 2. Number 3, I would probably put faith. Because I'm not. People would say it's number 1, but
I feel
me
like
personally, I don't
like,
care what you believe in. It's you believe in what you. I'm gonna believe what I believe. Like you're not gonna change my faith.
Your faith should be anything that's a higher power. That's really what that means.
You're not gonna change my faith. I believe in the Lord, the Lord Jesus Christ. You feel me? So like. Even if you don't believe in him, that's fine by me. I don't really care. Doesn't bother me. It's not gonna change the way I feel about him though. You know what I'm saying? 4 would probably be looks. I want you to look good. So
it's physical and the sexual.
Sex probably be 5. Like honestly, what I say to people is you don't have to have a partner that's off rip good at sex. She don't off rip have to be good at sex.
You gotta be willing to teach someone how to have sex with you.
Fuck that. I'd rather teach somebody to do it. Cause you know why, bro? Like when you're teaching them, bro, like they learn your tricks. Your tricks of the trade. So they gonna like, ooh. They do what you like. You know what I'm saying? And like, especially when they get like accustomed to it, like, oh yo.
That's why I'll be okay with. That's why I'll be cool with the females that do ask me about like what am I into. And I just respond to them like, I know you're asking, and I appreciate you asking, but I don't know because I've gotten head that doesn't really entice me to anything. And then all the only few tricks that girls do actually do like as far as positions, there's very minimum work that they actually do. So it's just like riding doesn't. You don't ride for that long, so it's not. It's not going. That's not going to do nothing for me.
Look here, baby. We need at least a 5-minute. 5-minute yeehaw real quick. You know what I'm saying? 5-minute yeehaw at least. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be doing all of that just for you to get on top for 2 minutes and then be like, all right, I'm done. Negative.
And I guess I find pride more into like the fact that like there's most of the time when we fuck, it's been unscheduled. And it's been spontaneous. It's been in moments where we were supposed to just be chilling and we was watching this TV show or whatever the fuck. We was actually really just chilling. She put her head on my shoulder. I just looked at her like, and I just made eye contact. And all of a sudden, it just got to like, okay, now we kissing. Now we go into the bedroom. And it's just like, oh shit.
That's usually what happens.
And it's just like spontaneous shit. And then from there on, I do my job. Like, I just be like, okay, well, I don't want her to be leaving this room talking about a nigga that make her come, so I'll be like, I'm about to work.
Look here. I would assume every dude out there does what they do, man. If you don't, man, I mean,
some girls don't let the niggas know. I've heard girls even tell me like the first guy I fuck with,
and that's the bitches. Oh, that's the women that need to be sat down because that is out of pocket. If the nigga didn't perform, it's like if I didn't perform, I'd rather you just tell me that I didn't perform.
And it'll teach me how to perform
Then
better
go tell everybody else I didn't perform, and then they go tell everybody else I didn't perform. So now everybody
rumors every time you come around, people whisper.
Man, that nigga don't got it down there, bro. So
none, man.
That's why I was like, bro, you might as well just tell me, be like, hey, that shit was not it. You can do this better though.
Like,
all right, bet. Or don't coach me. Shit, let's do it again.
Like-
let's go again. Shit, teach me. I'm more of a hands-on.
or maybe you caught me on a tired day. Maybe I was tired. Just playing. Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that, niggas. Don't tell him that, bro. If you were tired, don't do it then. If you feel like you're not gonna perform all the way.
What? No. What? No. I don't give a damn. I am literally about to fall asleep. If I'm about to fall asleep and it come that time,
And
I'm
she
about
come to you, you gonna
I'm
be
about
like,
to-
well, I'm fine as energy.
I'm gonna find that energy on God. I'm about to turn up. I'm about to do something. Oh
Man,
God.
man.
Hey, don't get it twisted now. Don't get
Man.
it twisted now.
I would have never.
It don't take much to put me in the mood. All it takes is about a good leg touch and that eye contact. Oh, that's it. Yeah, let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Leg touch and that eye contact. Just look at it. Just for sure. For
Well,
sure. You know what time it is. Especially if I'm attracted to you.
man. So we talking about like providing like coaching and criticism to your partner. Do you think men take constructive criticism
No.
well?
No. Well, because niggas got too much pride. Niggas have pride for real. It take niggas, bro, especially people that have pride are super hard-headed. Super hard-headed. They gonna do what they want to do first. And then once they see that don't work, all right, let me try what this nigga told me to do. Or let me try what such and such told me to do, because that might work. But, yeah.
Unless you're like me, then you're conscious. Then you kind of really what the name is. A lot of my stuff was ear hustling. If I heard somebody in the barbershop, people at my dad's job when it was take your kid to work day, or my mom's job, or my grandparents talking some, or my uncle talking some stuff, I would just like sit there, peep game, and be like, all right, I'm not gonna do that shit. They made those mistakes when they was young. So I'm gonna watch out for mine. Like,
Me, I was very trial and error. My shit was very trial and error.
I still made some trials. I still made some
I
errors.
definitely just did it. I was like, hey, if I want to learn it, I feel like best way to learn it is hands on. So
Man.
let's just get it and go. Let's just get it and get it.
Nah, I
And if
definitely
it
made
works
some
out,
errors.
it worked out. If it don't, oh shit. It depends on what you're doing, but
I definitely made some errors as far as like my errors though are usually like relationships, but that's because in my family, like on one side, all the dudes are Papa's a Rolling Stone type dudes, where like it's just like I don't want to have that issue. I don't want to have those problems where like most of them got like kids from many women. It just be like, well, I'm not doing that route. And then on my mom's side of the family, all of them are like, I mean, you ain't gotta get married. You could just have have one girl on the east side, one girl on the north side, one girl on the west side, and then one that you come home to, and then when you go to work.
and there's nothing wrong with that plan.
And I don't see nothing wrong with that either. But like, it's just like that's a lot of energy and time, and you gotta keep all of them happy. And then unless it only works old fashioned way because all of them knew about each other, they just didn't care to like bring it up, and you can afford to do it back then. Versus now, if you try to have 4 families or 4 females all at a different crib, you must be a multi-millionaire because you gotta pay house notes of all of those. Then you gotta
What?
all them got a car.
Oh, you talking about putting families together? Oh no! If I'm dating,
Unless you
baby
got like an
girl,
apartment or like even if you dating, they hopefully they got their own crib.
yeah, you got your own.
And you only
shit.
got the one crib where you say yeah, but
That's exactly how it would be. You tripping? I would not get
So-
4 females and start buy 4 houses and pay 4 notes. Like, bro, what?
But-
Negative 4 mortgages.
for me, I've always been like, it makes sense to just try and find the one. But then that makes you a hopeless romantic type person.
I'm gonna say because if
then
you waiting to
you
find
constantly
the one,
you constantly looking for that person who looks like who could be the one. And for me, I recognize when I'm just chilling and I'm like laid back and I'm doing me and I don't feel like no pressure to perform as far as like performing in the game of dating and like showing and looking for somebody all the time. When they just
comes to
come,
you. It comes
just
to
be
you
like-
every time.
it feels more like easy. It feel like you loose.
Every time.
It feel like I've heard a basketball player say someone who the veterans like KD and LeBron, when they come into a game, they never, even if they don't score 20 points in the first half, it's not because they couldn't get the 20 points. It's because they trying to find their spots. They know how to get into the game. They don't need the little, I need about 30 shots in order for me to get into the game. They need about 15. And they know what they doing. Like, okay, I'm going to spot right here in the post real quick. Pop, turn around. Pop. It's in there. I'm going to sit up right here at the top of the key. Hey, hand me the ball. All right, I'm going to do my little dribble. It's in there. Like, they know they spots. They know how to get comfortable fast. It don't take them 20, 30 shots.
Right.
Versus it takes like a rookie maybe a couple shots to just find their rhythm and get comfortable within the game. So I kind of take it as that as far as like relationships, as like when you know what's your spot and you know what's comfortable for you, then talking to a female don't come across hard. Making decisions on, man, what question I want to ask her. Cause some niggas be thinking deep. I've been around niggas, they be like, bro, what should I ask her? I want to ask her a question, but I don't know what's a good question. Now that question becomes hard for some reason.
You know what's crazy? It's never hard, bro. Like asking whatever you want to say, just say the shit. The only reason you think it's hard is because you don't want to say something and then like you don't want to say the wrong words or have them like say something that'll throw her off or make her be like, fuck.
Or now you trying to ask questions that you really don't care about.
Basically. Like just bro, that's where it goes back to just be yourself, bro. As long as you yourself, I promise you could probably pull a bitch. Cause look, a female is already like when you walk up, she gonna look at you, bro. She gonna decide if she wanna continue to talk to you or not. Based off what you
They know if they want to fuck you. Look up to you.
You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? They already know what the move is before you even get your first 5 sentences out, my nigga. So,
but
literally just be yourself,
criticism.
bro.
If somebody tell you something like, bro, you doing too much here. Like, you never done that. Like, when you around us, you chilling. So just stay chilling. Take that criticism and just kind of be like, all right, like, I see what y'all saying. Like, I'm kind of moving different just for this female when I should just stay my lane. And if she don't fuck with that, then oh well, like just keep moving.
Literally,
keep
oh well.
But I do agree with you as far as like niggas definitely do take like constructive criticism. Some people gonna take it super hard versus some people gonna like they gonna listen out the gate. I feel like it just kind of depends on
Depends on who you are, bro.
Who you are, like upbringing,
and how you deal with your problems, bro. How you deal with your situations,
and
man.
how you want to deal with like your decisions in life. Some people jump in, hey man, I'm gonna deal with it green or bad. I don't care.
Oh God,
Like,
there's nothing wrong with that, man. And if you like that decision, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a fun route to take because you never know what's gonna happen.
Pretty much, and then some
Spontaneous,
people look at it as like, I need it to be green. I don't need no like drama. I'm trying to like avoid that.
You never know what you run into, bro. Because that point where you be like, all right, yeah, I think I found the one. You probably end up running into some drama. Like I'm telling you.
That's why I would say like.
So like, just don't be afraid to take the risk, bro. It's okay.
And we get into our relationship paths all the time. We talk about it on the phone sometimes, and we just be like, yeah, when I dated this person, it wasn't that much drama, but when I dated this person, it was a lot of drama. And it's like, you're not gonna be perfect all your relationship life. You're not gonna be perfect in the dating game all the time. And then like even in your personal decision in life as far as picking friends and stuff, you're not always gonna be perfect as far as avoiding drama. But you gotta like look at it as like, okay, that's a lesson that I learned. Now I know what I rather fuck with. Cause you know what you don't fuck with. So it helps you out in that instance.
That's literally the point. Like, that's why it's called trial and error, bro. You went through the trial, you figured out, all right, I don't like it when females do this, or I don't like it when they do this, or this. So the older you get, the more you start to realize, what do I really like out of a female?
Pretty much. Well, man, I want to get into something since we already in a dating world. Should dudes delete nudes after a breakup?
Wild ass question to ask right there, man. It's a wild question because I really kind of don't know the answer because I'm on both sides of the fence. Really, I could really be on both sides. Like, yeah, you should. Well, it depends. Wait, is he dating another girl? Like,
let's go with that. Let's go with that scenario.
Okay, he's dating somebody else.
Like he's talking to somebody else. He moved on.
He's dating somebody else. Like, is he dating somebody else?
Now, if he's talking, does that change where you going? Versus if he's dating this person?
It Yeah, it can. Yeah, because when you're talking, it's a different story, bro.
Because it could end at any point versus dating. You with
Yeah,
this
'cause,
person. Okay,
look,
yeah, let's
it's,
go
it's like
dating.
this. Yeah. All right. So, are you dating?
Yeah.
All right. They're dating. Then, if you're dating, then no, you should delete them. You can delete them, but if you're me, like earlier, I would usually just keep them all, but I started deleting them anyway. Like, I don't want no news from nobody. Actually, I deleted all my news because I don't want any from anyone. I want to see it in person.
That was just what I was about to say. I've always been that person.
I don't want to. I've always been that person too. But if you send them, I'm gonna keep them hoes. But I tell people like, I tell females, don't even send them hoes to me. Like I don't, because like if you send them to me, it's only gonna make me be like, okay, now I'm like, I'm in the mood now, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't use my hand now, so I need you to come on now. Like literally.
Now you gotta come over. You can't.
Nah, for real.
It's not.
Cause now I feel like I've hit that point in my life where I don't want to say I'm too old to be doing that, but I'd rather not use my hand. You feel me? I'd rather you come over and we squash this. You feel
Back
me?
then, I used to think about the legal part of it because even though she's underage, I'm underage, I still get in trouble for that, for just having it in my phone.
Nigga, when you was in high school, you couldn't tell me having news, bro. If you had news, nigga, everybody thought you was a king.
Bro,
at least when we was in high school, if you had news, nigga, everybody thought you was, or if you had such and such news, let me see, horny ass niggas.
But I've only had 2 girls send me news, and one was like she was like trying to see what I screenshotted and show it to my bros, and I was just like, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a real seeing person type of guy. I'm not a new person. You sent this, but appreciate it. But
yeah, I'm gonna look at it. I like it, but I need you to come on, pull
like,
up.
At this point,
tripping.
You playing like
yeah, exactly? You playing?
Like, that's what my mind thinks. I'm like, bro,
man. Now that you showed me this, I want it. You know
that goes back to that thing where like, don't start nothing you can't finish. Like,
like for real, don't start nothing you cannot finish. Cause don't be sending me nothing and be like, expect me. Not to respond. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, oh shit, bet you in the mood for something. I'm trying to make this work. Make something shake.
But I mean, should you delete them after a breakup? I would say yes.
Morally, yes. Because you don't want to, yeah.
And then for me, I remember there one time that me and you we never talked on Snapchat since like we were juniors in high school. Because after that, we got each other's numbers. So then when I checked that whole like randomly one day, and I was like, yo, this is still saved in this combo. And I was just like, okay. Like, I mean, and I just hit him up. I was just like, bro, can you unsave this? He was like, oh, I didn't even know it was still there. And then he unsaved it and it was gone. It was just like,
wait a minute. You talking about old girl?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Look.
And it wasn't even really no nude like that. It was more like ass pictures.
Like I said, I don't get excited about pictures. Pictures only make me like horny. So now I'm like, okay, yeah, you sending me this, so that means you about to come pull up, right? That means you want me to pull up, you know what I'm saying? That means you want to get active today.
Something happening.
I mean, something need to happen, because why would you tease me like this?
Exactly.
Like, come on now, don't do that. And all the news that I have, I'm telling you, or all the news that have been sent to me, I look at them, but like,
I feel like the only ones that really get saved are the ones that are through text message.
Number one. Number two, I really don't get the point of news. It's like, what do you want me to do to them? Like, you really want me to jack off to some news? Like, to a picture? That's not for me. Because
if you don't do that, you might as well just watch Pornhub.
You might as well go to the hub. You know what I'm saying?
Type in porn into that hub.com.
Hey, on God, the hub, man.
Like, you might as well do that. That's what I feel like. If you go,
on God, go watch you a cool video and keep it pushing instead of fantasizing through a picture. Like, come on, cuz.
I feel like a picture of you in the dark is a little more weird. Versus just watching.
Just sitting there with your phone in your hand. Like, come on, bro.
Like, bro, what?
Yeah, that's why I say, like, I don't get that. I never got that, bro. I never got that.
Man, so since because I wanted to get on that just because we about to get into some dating, and it's like, do men date in their value range? Or do men tend to always date outside of it?
Some men
and
don't
then be surprised by that.
Some men don't know their values. Some men actually are. Some men are actually above what they think they are, and then they pull a bitch. They pull a female that's that high, and then they be like, "Oh, she got my league." When really, she's in your league, bro.
She looking at you like you out her league.
Yeah, you're cut like that, bro. Like
Sometimes.
you just don't know it. Cause when was the last time you heard a male get his compliment, bro? Men don't get complimented like that.
True.
Men don't get complimented like that unless you a celeb. Your name is Michael B. Jordan. Chris Brown. Shout out Chris Brown, by the way. That's my guy.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man, where it's just like I made sure to be very honest with my value as far as I understand personality wise, I know mentally wise that like females always look at me and they're like, okay, yeah, you're good, you that type of nigga. But then it's like once we get to the physical aspect, I'll be like, yeah, this is where I kind of lose a couple points. Like, I know where if we were rating me 1 to 10, I would be 8 if a nigga just was at the 215, 220. But because we're at like the 290 range, it's like, I'm probably about a 5 now. And it's just being honest with myself. Now I've had people be like,
yes, you should be honest with yourself.
like I've had people be like, dawg, you can't look at yourself like that. But I'm like, if you're not honest with yourself, you just constantly gonna think certain stuff is okay. And it's not. And then you're gonna be surprised when the female that you shooting at, that you was at an 8 where you supposed to be, she would be with you. Like she would fuck with you. But because she not seeing you at that
hearing that shit.
So then you want to be like, oh, man, these girls out here tripping, thinking that they good. And
no, nigga, you're tripping because you think you're better than what you are.
And that's where
that's what I say. You got to be honest with yourself, but don't sell yourself short either.
Which is like a tough thing to balance.
Hey, I got confidence out the wide, so you feel me? Out the wide, zoo, motherfucker. So I don't give a damn. Like motherfucker called me. I feel like I think I've been called ugly before, but shit, I don't give a fuck.
I haven't been called ugly, but
if I did, I don't even remember the motherfucker that did it because I ain't gonna hold you calling me ugly. You must be ugly yourself. So
I don't remember ever being called ugly except in junior high.
And
that was when I was shit at a white girl.
Anything with white women, see?
That's when
nothing against the white women.
Nothing against it, but
you know what I'm saying? Like,
where we live, it was predominantly a lot of white
number one
females. So it was like that was my only options. And then the black girls were kind of like, you're not a quarterback. You're a lineman. You don't like linemen. So that was like, and plus we were like, what, 11, 12?
Yeah, anything.
So you young
before,
at that point.
Anything before high school is dead. I ain't even.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Before high school, that shit is dead.
Now once we got to high school, man, I pulled one chick. Everybody in the football team was like, "Yo, call me. Why you do that?" And I was just like, I don't know. I just was being myself. That's what happened.
I don't know, man. High school, that was a strange time.
I
didn't do too much dating because I didn't want to. Because why the fuck am I dating at the age of 17? That shit's weird.
And early in the pod, we already know I was actually looking for the one for some reason.
Yeah.
High school.
And while we own this, bro, don't ever go in high school looking for your high school sweetheart. Bro.
There's nothing wrong with doing that, but
not everybody.
But you gotta enjoy it for what it is. And if a female comes and she becomes that high school sweetheart, then that's what it is.
Facts, but
if don't look for it.
For that motherfucker.
Like I went in high school. At first, I wasn't looking for it. I was just going in like, "Okay, I'm finna play the football. I'm finna go to school. That's it." And then I talked to a little chick, got her. That at the time, where a bunch of dudes on the football team were like, "Bro, she's fine. She's like a 9, an 8 to them." So and a lot of them had tried to bag her back in junior high, and it just didn't happen. So for me, it was that got me a lot of respect in the locker room, where a lot of dudes were just like, Kobe, bro, you probably pull this girl. And I'll be like, yeah, I probably could. Like, I don't know. But we in football practice. Why are we talking about this while we outside? I don't know. And that's pretty much what that is. Which goes back to our example. If you just be yourself and don't really focus on that stuff, it comes your way.
You know what's crazy? I never focused on no female in high school. Like, every person that I have, I don't want to say dated, because I've talked to a good amount of people, but for every person I say I've dated, I didn't even walk up on them. They came to me. It was like I was just minding my business. Next thing you know, hey, what's up? Simple. But at the same time though, you do, you know what I'm saying? It may be that one or two that you run into in high school that you may think that's the one. You may think, because It's gonna be your first time really in a relationship, bro. So don't jump into it too fast, bro. But also enjoy yourself. That's all I'm saying. Make sure you get your hoorahs and your nuts off.
So I'm gonna get into something else because you know my situation. What makes dudes, some dudes, not as intrigued or not as inclined to date women who have a kid?
Cause you have a child. That's why. That's why. That's literally my reasoning. Cause you have a child. You have another being you have to take care of. Like,
Is it?
you can't.
Does age
you don't
come into
have-
play if she was
yes.
20? If she was 21, had a kid versus she's 28 and has a kid?
She's 28 and has a child. Well, it's a little differently because when you're 28, I would assume you'd be a little bit more stable. I would assume you'd be a little bit more stable to have a child. But
And you would assume probably the child and you and the baby father were together for a minute.
yeah, we're together for a good minute before you decided to just be a single parent. So, but when you're 21 and have a baby, it's very much different. You would assume it was more of an accidental thing than actual. Like this was planned. Like this was planned. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like age comes into play. How old the child also comes into play. What's the relationship with the baby's father comes into play? Because negative. I refuse to be over at your crib and that nigga pull up
and he
always
yelling and
get to Ron and yeah, hell nah, fuck no.
I feel like what if I'm showing interest in this, what am I allowed to do if I'm stepping into this situation? As far as raising a child, if the child's young enough?
You can't speak to that child. That's not your child. Me personally, I think that you
because now you're stepping into a father role.
Now you're playing stepfather. So, and me personally, as a stepfather, that's why I said depends on age.
Yeah,
like if I'm already old enough, nigga, don't come in here talking to me like you my daddy. I know who my daddy is, nigga. Watch out.
I say if the kid is anything below 5, you can still do some parenting because you. But that's where you need to talk to the female about.
To the female about, be like
what am I allowed
what's
to
the
do?
boundary that of me? Even,
if he does something, what is the punishment?
What can I do? Do I just do nothing? Do I just tell you and keep it pushing?
And it also depends if it's a son or is it a daughter.
That's what I would do. Like, cause I don't want to step my foot in none of that.
Yeah.
I don't want him talking about some such as
put his hands on me.
No. Oh hey.
Now you got to
never doing that. That's not my child. No. Even if I was to date a girl that had a baby and she was like, "Yeah, you can whoop him," I won't. I'm gonna wait till you get here to.
Yeah, because I'm gonna need you here.
That's not my.
I wouldn't do that by myself.
Yeah, that's definitely not my child. I would even if you were here, I wouldn't even do it. I'd be like, you hit him.
Yeah, like you.
If you want to whip him so bad, you whoop him. Like, that's not my kid.
And it kind of depends on if it's a son or a daughter. Because if it's a daughter, I feel like I wouldn't really have to do much because
if it's a daughter, I'm in the other room. You good? Cool.
Like that's about cool. But I can see why son, if I'm stepping in,
if it's a
you
son,
want me to show him like some good male.
I mean, I'm gonna teach him something, but
I can teach him something, but I can't be his father.
Hey, I'm not his daddy.
So. Unless like the father's just not in the picture. Then it's kind of like you is like stepping into that fatherly role.
See, but that's the thing. I don't want to have that responsibility for somebody that's not my child.
True.
So it's like me personally, I wouldn't prefer stepping into it, but you never know. You might run into like the woman of your dreams. Then next thing you know, she pop out, I got a 12-year-old son. And you like, what the fuck? You like, oh my God. You like, damn, right when I thought I was gonna have a break. So, but then you end up being like, fuck it, I actually like you a lot. That's usually what happens sometimes. They be like,
you'd be surprised.
I fuck with you enough to where I don't care if you got kids. We finna make this work.
I feel like if you the person where like you talk to this person, they tell you straight up like, yeah, I got a kid. And they tell you what the situation is. You ask them all the questions. And they tell you, well, the baby father's involved, but, you know, like me and him don't talk a lot. We just like, we only talk because we got a kid. And like y'all have a good, decent like parenting, co-parenting relationship. Then it's like, it's up to you as the person who is now considering to date her. One, are you ready for that role? 2, are you ready to deal with this? Because now you're asking yourself to go from not having a child and no responsibilities to now having a child and a responsibility. to take care of this child.
See, that's the thing.
And
bro.
that's like as much as it may not to some people that might be listening to the pod to be like, it's not bad. I don't seem like a big jump to me. That's a tremendous big jump.
Child, man. That's another person.
That's like almost as close as a man saying that he wants to marry a female.
Yeah, that's another person to feed, bro. Like, you're feeding somebody else now. You can't be like, well, it's not my kid. Well, you live there. Like, well, y'all fucking with each other now. Like, y'all damn near together. So now it's damn near like it is your child, bro. You gotta feed the little motherfuckers.
So it's one of those things where like you just gotta.
And then me personally, I don't want to deal with that because, hey, if you had a child with this nigga already, what's telling me if me and you get into it, you not gonna run back over there, bro?
Pretty much.
I see that happen too much, bro. I am okay. Well, they baby mama, baby daddy still be smashing them. They the other motherfuckers. So it's like, man, look.
That could,
Don't got time
be a
for it.
situation.
Don't got time for it.
But you also that's why I would encourage anybody who's like in that situation, you considering it, be honest with yourself and be like, okay, can I deal with this?
Man,
like,
no. If you are not if you literally can't check off every box of going into that thing, you have to say no, bro. Like, just be like,
even if there's one box that you like,
that you like,
no,
if you're not 100% on,
if you gotta waive it, that's just like what we joke about with Calvin Johnson retirement. His father said, "Are you sure you left everything on the field?" That man said, "Well, you thought about it. Go back out there.
Go back out there. You got more time. See, that's what I'm saying. If you gotta think about it, bro, you're not ready for it, dog. If you gotta think, just
dating for a while is fine. Not as far as like talking. I'm not even saying like
I'm gonna keep it a bean. I wouldn't even date. Like, if you got a kid, you gotta show me something. You gotta show me something. Like, I can't just jump into the relationship. I'm sorry, nah. Nothing against it. Just not for me.
Man.
You feel me? Just not for me.
Well, shit. Well, I do want to, we want to make a couple things. This is the first episode of Let's Talk About It. It's something that we wanted to shoot this to start off the year, but battle some stuff real quick. We had to get a money situation, some stuff done real fast. But at the end of this pod, we would like to answer some like advice questions that you guys want to ask us.
Throw your boys some questions.
Especially like
down to answer anything.
We'll answer like, especially because Valentine's Day coming up, we're gonna have a pod episode about like how to budget, like how to put on like a fire ass date for your female with maybe like $40, $50.
Imagine.
Like, just figure out that, because I know some of y'all out there balling on the budget.
Valentine's Day. Oh.
So
that's coming up.
So we definitely want to do that on the pod, answer some advice columns, and put us in some situations. We're gonna get to some
if you
retail
like me,
stuff.
I'm extra. You know what I'm saying? So Valentine's Day, I'm finna turn up for
the finesse that $50. Stretch that out for real.
Turn up. I'm a little fancy motherfucker. I like to show out. I like to go big. I like to get you things. So, but I like to budget as well. So we'll see.
But definitely, let us know about like, cause we gonna talk about sports on here. We gonna get into some cars and retail. But we
go Seahawks.
We're a relationship.
We'll
pod,
get them next year, Russ.
Relationship pod. So we try to tie everything into
Kevin Durant, that guy.
We try to tie everything into something relationship wise, as far as like helping you guys out with what we think is the way to approach things. We just young black dudes that just think, hey man, let's pass some advice on, like some stuff that we feel like is the way to go.
Niggas don't want to hear this. Niggas don't want to hear us. Niggas like to make fun of us, bro. That's what niggas do. They be like, that would never work. That's what niggas do. That would never work.
Watch it work, nigga. Try it.
I used to do the same thing when people used to tell me something. I'd be like, bro, that would not work, bro. And then you come to find out it ended up working, and you be like,
maybe they know a little something.
You don't want to let them get them full credit, but you be like, I guess.
I guess you knew a little something.
I guess you was right or whatever.
Man, but yeah, just to end out the pod, let y'all know a little bit about ourselves. Name is Conscience. I am a rapper, artist. We both do music.
Are.
Both do music. Got an album coming out next week. No,
Yes.
this week on Friday, actually.
Yes, she does.
So, go listen to that. Go check in on that. And yeah, you go, a little something. I'm conscious for a reason. I'm pretty much like the safe player over here. And then you got JC the fuck it, let's jump into the fire. Let's do this. Like, let's go.
Dang, you know how that go.
But yeah, JC, you got anything that you wanna end off the pod with? Oh, let's do a weekly advice.
Okay.
End the pod with weekly advice for the week.
Okay, weekly advice. Get a bag. Don't be sad. Simple. It's all about this money, bro. I've been going to work. I'm not rich. Yet, at least. No, I'm just trying to get this money. Get your monies up, not your funnies up. That's what I say. Get your monies up, not your funnies up, bro.
My weekly advice, follow your heart and stay true to your mental challenges for this year as far as your New Year's resolutions.
Man, if your heart ain't saying money, you must be funny. And that's all I gotta say. You must be a weird guy, because I'm looking after the money.
Follow your heart and stay true to your mental
Stay
challenges.
true to that bread, man. If it ain't about money, you're a dummy. Simple. You mean?
But shit, well, we laughed about it, we joked about it, and we finished talking about it.
Gang. Remember, get your monies up, not your funnies up, man.
And we out.
I done had some good nights. I done had some good nights. I done had some good nights. Yeah, I done had some good nights. Yeah, good nights, good nights. I done had some good nights. I done had some good nights. When I pulled up to the spot, when the clock struck.